Hey everyone, and welcome back to Hoffman Engineering. Before we start, let me just get this filament soaking in water really quick. Perfect. We are back with more filament moisture experiments and a new dryer review. In my previous videos in this series, I've built my favorite simple dry storage box and explored how long it takes to dry out new filaments with normal desiccants. In the last video, we looked at filament dryers and explored drying times with PLA. In this video, I want to look at other filaments like PETG and see if this Firefly filament dryer from GratKit can handle a roll of filament soaked in water for 24 hours. Before we begin, this Firefly filament dryer was sent for me to review by GratKit. Like with all of my reviews, they aren't paying me for this review, and everything I say is my own honest opinion after using this dryer for the last couple of months. My videos are supported by my Patreons, as well as affiliate links in the description, so you can help support my channel at no additional cost to you. Let's get into it. The GratKit Firefly is a single roll filament dryer. The dryer is designed to circulate warm air up and around a roll of filaments, driving away moisture. Dry filament will increase 3D print quality, so having dry filament is important. The body of the Firefly is rather compact, with a size of 254 by 261 by 102 millimeters, and it weighs only 760 grams. It has a black translucent lid with a black plastic body. The control panel is attached to the lid, and it lets you select one of 8 preset drying profiles, 2 custom profiles, or manually control the temperature and time. The panel also shows the current temperature inside of the dryer, the relative humidity percentage, and the fan RPM. On the back of the panel are 4 adjustable RGB LEDs, which gives a pleasant glow to the inside of the dryer. On the back, we can see 2 holes in which you can pass filament through, if you wanted to print with the filament while drying. The Firefly can reach temperatures of up to 70 degrees Celsius, which is perfect for nylon and polycarbonate filaments. It has 2 temperature sensors, one at the bottom and one at the top, and it will automatically adjust the heater power and fan speeds to ensure that the filament isn't overheated. The lid opens up to reveal space inside for 1 kilogram, 500 grams, or 250 gram spools. The spool can be supported by the central holder or by a pair of bearing rollers at the bottom of the dryer. I found the sensor holder perfectly sized. It fit every spool size that I had, and you can always 3D print a new one if you needed a custom size. The heater is attached to the sensor of the bottom metal plates. Next to the heater is a fan, which blows air past the heater, where it circulates up the back of the dryer and over the top of the spool. You can see residue from some of my testing on the bottom plates, but it was perfectly clean when it first arrived. And here are the settings for the 8 built-in profiles. They are a good starting point, but I found the PLA profile to be both too short and too low temperature, at 40 degrees Celsius for 4 hours. Most recommendations for PLA are to dry at 50 degrees Celsius for about 8 hours, so 40 degrees is very cautious. I had no problems with the Firefly running at 50 degrees Celsius for PLA in a few of my tests. The other profiles seem pretty good, although maybe a little short, so you can always manually add time, or set the time to 00 to let it dry indefinitely. The Firefly has an important safety feature that I haven't seen in many other dryers, and that is tilt protection. It detects if the dryer has been knocked over, and it will automatically turn off the heater. Finally, the Firefly can be remotely controlled via the Tuya Smart app. The dryer can connect to Wi-Fi, and you can use the app to control the dryer. All features are adjustable via the app, and you can select any of the preset profiles, adjust temperatures or timings, and even adjust the LED colors or patterns. I noticed that the app can be a little slow to react. It takes a few seconds between clicking on an option and the dryer responding, but it works well enough, and it's useful to see the temperature and humidity in the app. The Tuya app is a smart home app, with connections to Google Home and Apple HomeKit, but I did not fully explore if the Firefly can be controlled via smart home integrations. But enough specs, let's run some experiments. In my last video, someone recommended testing a completely waterlogged spool to see what happens. So that's why I've been soaking this spool for the last 24 hours. You know, a completely standard thing that has happened to almost every 3D printing enthusiast at least once, right? While this is soaking, let's open some brand new filament and get them drying in the Firefly dryer using their preset profiles. First up, this roll of white PLA from 2 trees. We can see that this started at a weight of 1,174 grams, and over 12 hours it gradually lost 4 grams where it seemed to settle out. This roll of Creality's Hyper PLA was even more dramatic. Starting at a weight of 1,186 grams, it took almost 24 hours to lose 8 grams of weight. The Firefly did an excellent job at drying out this filament. Now let's look at some PETG. Unfortunately, I don't have detailed hourly logs, instead I just have start and end weights. This Overture black PETG started at 1,162 grams and lost 4 grams over 24 hours. The white PETG lost 6 grams total, with only 12 hours of drying. So time to take out the water-soaked filament after 24 hours of soaking. First, I shook off as much of the water as I could. The weight was 945 grams, which is 84 grams higher than the 861 grams it originally weighed. And then I put it in the Firefly and let it run for the next few days. The dryer obviously was not designed for this extremely wet filament. It immediately started to condense on the inside, with vapors even making its way into the control panel. No lasting damage was done to the panel though. It also started to drip down directly onto the metal of the heater. All of the minerals in my tap water left a nice spot on the heater. Here are the results. It took about 96 hours to dry, even losing 3 extra grams of water from its starting weights. But it looks like the Firefly was able to dry out about 1 gram per hour at these extreme conditions. So let's wrap up this review. The Firefly Dryer from GratKit is a very capable single spool dryer. The 8 preset profiles makes it easy to switch between recommendations for different materials, although I'd probably use one of the DIY profiles for PLA with a slightly higher temperature. I found it does an excellent job at drying filament though, and I didn't have any concerns about overheating the spools. The compact size is nice when space is an issue. The RGB LEDs and the remote app control are kind of gimmicky features, but they are features not found in many other dryers. On the negatives, using the Firefly as a spool holder while printing is a little inconvenient, because you have to feed the filament through the holes, so you can't remove a spool without first unloading it from your printer. The Firefly Dryer retails for $79.99 USD at the time of this recording. That is on the more expensive side when it comes to single spool dryers. The Firefly does include features that I haven't seen on other dryers though, so you might find those features like the smart app control and tilt protection worth the more premium price. So thank you all for watching my review of the GratKit Firefly Single Spool Filament Dryer. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions for future tests, let me know about them in the comments below. And if you're interested in dry filaments, be sure to test out my other videos about dry storage and filament moisture. These are exciting times in 3D printing for sure. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.